opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Las Vegas Raiders. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Cousins looking to throw right away here. Takes a hit on his first pass attempt of this game, and it doesn't get anywhere close. That's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Well, they told us in our meetings, Brock, they wanted to make a statement on the very first play from scrimmage, and they very nearly got it there with a sack. Instead, he got the throwaway, but it is incomplete.
I will say, though, I think a message was still sent, Kate, because that quarterback's picking up the pieces. We know the impact those early hits can have.
Brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking the gain at about 25 yards.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
To the air, Cousins. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins now. Has him on the quick hitter. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy of that 1st down at the 30.
3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
That last catch looked good enough for the first, but they're going to need another inch or two here on 3rd down. NC going for the line to gain. And it's just going to be a modest gain of about 4, but that is still enough to pick up the 1st down for him.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Now it's Cousins. And that's going to hit the turf. A good throw, but he couldn't hang on through the contact. We've got 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Giving this to Genty. And he'll have him 4 and the 1st down as he's brought to a stop. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock. Pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Cousins. Almost another catch on this drive there, but the defender breaks this one up, so it's incomplete, makes it 3rd down.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Cousins. And they come up empty on that 3rd down. Would have been good for the first, but couldn't hang on through that hit. It is 4th down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Cousins has got to go on 4th. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They start with 2nd and 6. Now Murray. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. Stop is made after a gain of about 7. That's going to be enough for the first.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are moving.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. And the rusher's going to win this rep. They get to it. Max Crosby. And now it's 2nd and 19.
I just love these little back and forths early in a game. Offensively, you want completions like they just got. You want to get in a rhythm. And then defensively, you want to disrupt it with sacks and negative plays. Well done.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. They'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
I can promise you, that's not what it looks like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed left side there to Jennings. And he's going to be stopped with a good ways still to go. Defenders rallying to that completion. That forces 4th down. Now Brock still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. Fourth down. Here's Murray. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And they deliver on that 4th down. How about a gain of 27? Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you would better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
After that 4th down exceeded expectations, look at this, some excitement as they come up to the line. It's 1st and 10. Murray looking to throw. To Jones it goes again. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing on second, Murray. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4 for 4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
He's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
A little outside their comfort zone to try and field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. Here's Jones. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Working on 2nd down. Cousins. He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him with the 33. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. 3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. And I think we kind of all knew what was coming. That last sack kind of forced their hand. The best option to extend that drive was to just throw it deep and hope.
I think that's exactly why sacks are so productive for defenses, is because it does, to your point, force the hand of the offense.
And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Back to throw, Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Brings up
2nd and 3 now.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Kyler to throw. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his 2nd drop of the game. It brings up 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Kyler throwing here. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. The QB just nailed it.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
On 2nd down, Kyler. Buys time, rolling right. And he's into the end zone. No time left, and they take the lead right as halftime arrives. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. And it's good. So what an ending brought to our opening half as they take the lead just before we step away. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the 2nd half. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line. See how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Throwing here, Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Now a second down throw for Murray. And down he goes on the wrong side of midfield. They got him at the 46. Quitting pay. And that leaves them in trouble. They're staring down a 3rd and 19 now.
Okay, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home. And it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Murray. That's caught in stride by Addison. And as they bring him down, a lot of yards. Nicely done, but still short of the markers. And it is 4th down.
A gain of 16 yards. But it brings up 4th down.
They snap it to Murray. And he had it for a second, but unable to hang on. And the possession literally slips through their fingers as they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Cousins. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Throw here, 3rd down. Gets everything he has under this one. He's got it inside the 25. That is the spark that they needed. 38 yards. And 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here. 3 tight ends.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Cousins. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 29-yard line.
Cousins to throw here on 2nd down. On him again, and it's the same results. They drop him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage. Set him up now with 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Back to throw, Cousins. Throwing deep towards the end zone. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down. Well, this defensive battle just continues, Brock. They have set the tempo, been the dominant factions in this game, and that's only growing with every incompletion.
Kate, the results have been the same, but these are a couple different game plans, right? By these 2 different defenses, but both of them smothering and suffocating.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And here in our third quarter, finally able to get their first points of this game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Felton now to return this. Things going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On the ground, Jones to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. When each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. The pitch is to Jones. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Pretty pay there to take him down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Now Kyler. Quick slant to Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Here's Jones off the pistol give. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. I need more of those as they trail by a score. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Defender runs right as the ball does, and that hit knocks it free, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. 1st and 10 from the 32. Here's Murray. That's complete. Here's Jones. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Complete to Aaron Jones. Touchdown.
Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
Raiders 3. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. To the air, Cousins. Ooh, the look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
And this one is launched downfield. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
First down now, ball at the 33. I'll start with a give to Jones. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They're giving it to Jones on the option. They manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to give the Vikings a first down. Staying on the ground here with Jones. And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. To the right and hauled in by Jones. And it's going to be a win for the Vikings here today. As they get the first down, they can take the clock down to 0 now.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get in the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First down from the 41. Jones trying the left side. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down.
He was brought down.
Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
We've played 3 quarters here already, and those look like some fresh legs defensively, getting after the quarterback, forcing him out of the pocket, and forcing another incompletion.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Kyler looking to throw. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Murray looking to throw. And he put everything he's got behind it. To the end zone and out of the end zone. Incomplete, but way too much on that shot. That means it's 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Reichert connects there. And then extends their lead to 14.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
So small that it's closer to a dot. They thought I was repping Grape Street. I'm turning up the watch. Speeding up the beat.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tucker now on the return. And he doesn't get very far, just beyond the 5-yard line.
The Raiders take
Well, that's the
over
case
1st
of either
and 10.
overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance. Some questions already after a disappointing kick return, and the penalty only serves to worsen their starting field position. And they don't get the snap away in time. This is going to move them half the distance. Some questions already after a disappointing kick return, and the penalty only serves to worsen their starting field position.